Hey guys, BearsFan06 here, and today we have something that grinds my gears, if you know what I mean. We have one issue going on right now, and it's not cool, and they snuck it in on us, and they think it's cool, but we need to tell them it's not, and we need to hit them hard with social media and emails. Skills tweak for better balance. To bolster the strategic element of the game, support skills now such as In Spirit now proc ahead of preempt skills, which is fine, which is cool, which I'm totally happy with. That's how it should be. It literally should be a preempt skill because it's boosting an attack or anything else. I'm totally fine with that. There's no issue there. Here's the issue, is the and part. They decide to sneak this in. Up to 5 support skills can be used by a single fighter. This is my issue. So this, what it does is it limits Nurgle and Belsum from using their Unhinged full 9 times. So if we're doing Raid Boss and you get a total of 3 turns with 3 swipes, which is a total of 9 swipes, he can only boost himself 5 out of the 9 swipes. Here's the other issue. When you use In Spirit, that counts as one of the 5 support skills. So say Nurgle boosts himself once, and then he gets 4 other In Spirit boosts from fighters you have with him. He's now maxed at 5 and cannot boost himself anymore, nor be boosted by any other fighter. Here's my issue with it, is it's unfair. They have these fighters in the game now, essentially somewhat useless in certain aspects of the game. We have basically people built teams around Nurgle to help save them Nux bits and help save them some money, which is, I understand, Mobage's point is they need money to make the game work and thrive. But total honesty, they got that last event down just fine without nerfing Nurgle. Last event, if you looked at the top 100, they all had multiple epic paragons which they bought. There was like 2 fighters in the top 100 that did not have the epic, and they were using Nurgles. In my opinion, that's a success for Mobage. They got a ton of money last event. There's no doubt about it. They got a ton of money, which is what they need for the game to make it better. My issue is people like us who spend some money or try not to spend money, use the Nurgle for several reasons. It did not get me gold place. I could have got silver. I would have not gotten gold last event unless I would have spent a bunch, which I was okay with. But they did a good job of also ruining them the last 2 days. The last 2 days, my Nurgle could not now kill a level 70 or 80 raid boss, which the previous raid event he could. Actually killed one level 90 once with my Nurgle. So they made a good job of making them do attack all quite often while at level 70 or 80. The last 2 days, there was no level 60s to be found. There was only the level 55 of the ball guys who barely gave any points. They didn't give anywhere near as much as the towers did that were level 60 that I was killing. So they did a good job of making Nurgle not very useful last event. And then now they throw on top of it, oh, he can only unhinge himself 5 times. Now, some people are saying this is only for Siege, which could be true, but I don't believe it because the way this is worded is not saying this is for Siege. This is a new tweak for the game. It was basically a patch for the game that they implemented that made In Spirit go before preempt, and they made it so you can only boost a guy 5 times. What this also means is for you have abilities, gear items that, let's say, boost defense. So you can only use that ability, can only proc 5 times on your fighter before it stops, which, like I said, I'm kind of okay with that, but because it never really happens. But my problem is you have a fighter that you make him proc every turn, but I can't even proc him a full 9 times. That's my issue. Maybe I can understand maybe if you didn't incorporate In Spirit all in there, but still, you're basically telling me I'm not allowed to use this fighter for his full effect, so I can use him 5 out of 9 times. That's unfair. And then we need to tell them it's unfair. We need to hit them hard about it. And tell them that this is wrong and it's unacceptable. It's already dropped Belsum and Nurgle's prices, which are okay. I think they're a little overpriced to begin with, at least for the Nurgle. But this is totally unacceptable, and it changes the game quite a bit. As you guys know, I use my Nurgle a ton. I will not be selling them because I didn't really pay much for them at all, and I still really like him, and he still will have some uses. They might have to change up strategy if they don't fix this, but this is completely unfair change they did to the game. This is fully focused on to make you spend money during Raid Boss and Siege, which people already spend a massive amount of money, and they just want you to spend more, and that's what it is. They want you to spend more money. They wanted to kill the Nurgle, they wanted to kill the Belsum, they wanted to make it so you had to spend money now, which pretty much they did at last event anyways, last Raid Boss event. Siege is not really taken off. A lot of people I read hate Siege, but people would still spend money for it. I'm sure Raid Boss is their most expensive event. But here's what I suggest doing, and this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to put a link down in the description. I'm going to put two links. One is to their Facebook page. One is to their website where you can email them. And let me see if they have a Twitter. Alright, so they do have a Twitter. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tweet them once a day about how this change is unfair and they need to reverse it. And I am going to post on their Facebook page as well. So the Twitter, they're just at Mobage. You can find them right here. I just sent them a message saying the overheat Nurgle nerf is not okay. Stop being greedy and forcing us to spend money, even more money, on events now. On their Facebook page, what I would suggest doing is going to their most latest post and just start complaining about it. Tell them that it's not okay that they threw this nerf in. There's already a bunch there now, but we need to get more in there, guys. I have a follower base now. I have a lot of fans, over 2,000 people. We need to try to make a change here. Tell them this is not okay. I know there was a lot of people, a lot of my fans too, that were slowly buying Nurgle. He's very expensive, and they were spending 80 to 100 bitters, maybe even more, buying them piece by piece. And now, because of this nerf, he dropped in price and you lost a ton out of it. It's not cool. So all my fans that just spent a bunch of money saving up, getting Nurgle piece by piece, or just bought one, you essentially just got screwed. Nurgle prices are tanking, so you can't recoup your money on it now, and he's not as good as what he used to be. I posted right here, I said, boo, don't nerf Unhinged, blah, blah, blah. But we need to go to the latest post on there. It's not cool. I'm going to be tossing one up there once a day as well. And finally, I'm going to email them once a day. I'm going to create an email. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it on a note on my desktop. And every day I'm going to go in here and send them the same exact email. So what you do is in the link, I'm going to have this link here, Mobage support. You type in your email. You go to the game. You go to dot. Type in your gamer name. And you go down to, let's see, what should we call it? Game feedback. Subject. Let's do Unhinged Overheat Nerf. Is what I would put, and write in there how it's not cool. Tell them how you spent a bunch of money getting this fighter. Now you made his prices worthless, and you got this fighter and he's not as good. And tell them why the Unhinged nerf is not cool. Tell them that it ruins part of the game that you liked about it, that made it easier for you as a free player, or as a free/paid player, or even a paid player. There's a lot of paid players use. There's a lot of players that spend a lot of money on the game every month. I spend at least $30 a month, at least. There's 3 events that I do paid bill for. It's $10 a paid bill. I do at least 30. Last event, I spent basically 80 bucks on going on the higher steps. And then for them to come and nerf this is not cool. It just ruins part of the game for me. So it all depends. We have to wait and see about the dungeon. If I can't even kill the gear lady on mission 15 with my Nurgle now, I'm going to be furious. That's totally unacceptable to me. And then raid bosses too. I've never fully participated in a raid boss event. I've always used Nurgle. I've had fun with it. I posted videos like 37 million attack just for the fun of it. I mean, pictures of it. It didn't get me first place, and I could have used it last event. The problem is the top 100 people all had, like I said, they all had the epics from the paid build, the Paragon. And with the Thwart All and the Gust All, whatever, Gale All, whatever it was, it basically attacked all twice a turn for level 70 and 80 towers. Nurgle was completely useless there, so they already did a good job of making them useless. Making it basically, if I wanted to place them in top 100, I already had to spend money. So they already did a good job of making you have to spend money, but now they're just shoving in your face even worse, sneaking this in and just saying, hey, bam, here's a nerf, deal with it. We make it look like it's not a nerf, but it totally is. Maybe I'm jumping the gun, maybe it's only for Siege, but the way it's worded does not seem like it's only for Siege. It makes it seem like it's a game update patch for the game that changed how it works, and I just can't deal with it. It's not cool. I'm not losing any money on Nurgle. Like I said, I paid about 100 to 150 bitters for him. He'll probably still stay in that range now when it drops because it still have some use, but some people spent more than that. Some people spent a ton. Some people bought them for 400 or 500 bidders, and now you'd be lucky if you can even sell them for 350 because everyone's knowing not to buy them now. And it's not like there's even a ton of them out there left. Like, Nurgle's been out for a while. They haven't released any new Unhinged fighters. It was awesome. They released a new Inspirit a new Emmerich, but then they're like, hey, let's release him, and now there's a 5 cap. Really, there's a 5 cap that just made that guy maybe not even want him now. Not even give two shits about getting him, to be honest with you, because they can't even use him for the one strategy that I like to use him for. But that's why I rant. That's what grinds my gears today. Going out on the unusual and uploading 2 videos today because I want to get this out here. And please, you don't have to do it daily. Just send 1 email. Just do me a favor. You need to send the email for it. It's not a cool update. It's not a cool patch. Yes, it might not affect you right now, but who knows? Maybe down the road there'll be a new Unhinged fighter, and with that new nerf, he's not going to be as good. And maybe you could get him then. But then you're like, oh, I wish I had him back in the day when there wasn't the 5 limit on it, on increasing its tack. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope we can rally behind this. Possibly get them to change it, tweet them, Facebook them, and email them, and just spam the crap out of them. I hope we can do it, guys. I don't know if it's possible, but it's always worth a shot. Thanks again, guys. Post in the comments if you agree or disagree. Always like to hear both sides. Thanks again, guys. Hey guys, one more thing real quick. I just saw this after I created the video. I'm adding it in on the end. Go ahead. This will also be in the description. Click here. Click 3 votes on this post here. Hopefully they'll notice this too. This is about the Unhinged change as well. Someone on defenderoftexel.com made this post. So let's get this more upvotes so we can get them to look at this too. So if you can, tweet them, Facebook them, upvote this, and also email them, guys. Don't forget, everything will be in the descriptions on where you can find everything.